Welcome, welcome everyone. We are so excited to have you in on this mini kit experience. This is the first of many. Some of us have actually been doing these classes for a while now, but this is an amazing opportunity for you to get those little mini kit, those little mini bottles of oils that were sent to you by someone on our team, for you to be able to open it up and experience what those oils are like and why you need them and why they're amazing. So that's what we're going to be doing in this class. This is why we like to call it the mini kit experience. It's kind of like smell-o-vision, right? Because you can be here in your pajamas, but have those little mini bottles, open it up and smell it right at the same time we're talking about them. So this is going to be a lot of fun. I am recording this, so you can always come back on. If you missed something, you can view the video, which will be amazing. Or here's another thing. You could share this video with a friend who's interested in oils too, and we could always get them a sample. So before we get started, for those of you who are tuning in live, we do have a chat box here in Zoom. So if you've got questions, feel free to go ahead and type it into the chat box, and we can answer that later or during the session while we're going. But I wanted to introduce myself and our co-hosts who are going to be doing this with me. I am so excited. I love these ladies. We're like family. They're like my girlfriends. We love to do stuff together. So I'm really excited they're doing this with me. But my name is Tracy Black. I am a mom of three boys, three crazy boys. I'm sure you guys can relate. I am a wife, right? Also a blogger. And really, you know, I got started with oils. I'll just tell you real quick if you didn't see in our event. I really got into oils because I was looking for natural cleaners. My husband has autoimmune issues, and what we were finding was just like the regular household cleaners were making his symptoms so much worse. Like he was just having like breathing problems, all kinds of stuff because of like the things we were using to clean our home. So I was looking for natural cleaners. I tried to use vinegar and he was like, that smells awful. We're going to go back to 409 if we can't find something better. So vinegar is amazing, but it doesn't smell great. And so that's how I kind of stumbled into essential oils. Once I started using them, I was like, oh my gosh, this stuff is amazing. And they're completely different from the stuff you can get at the health food store. Because I actually tried that. I got oils from the health food store. And when I opened up the tea tree, I was like, oh, tea tree kind of smells like alcohol. Let me just tell you, that is a telltale sign right there, because tea tree does not smell anything like alcohol. It smells very sort of like cleansing and mellow. It doesn't have an alcohol scent. What was happening is those health food store brands is they add fillers and just junk to it so that they can offer it for really cheap, but it's really not good quality. When you're using really good quality oils, you really only need a couple of drops. And so when I started using my oils, it was like, oh my gosh, this stuff is amazing. And then I learned that oils could be used for digestion, immune support, emotional health, which is like, thank goodness, that's what I use it for all the time right now. And, you know, that my co-hosts are going to be talking about all of the ways we can use oils in the starter kit, which is those little mini bottles that you guys got tonight. So that's the quick introduction from me and how I got started into oils. If you're tuning in live, please type in the chat box where you're tuning in from. Thank you, Ashley, for doing that. Ashley Diet is one of our co-hosts from Virginia. So excited to have her here. We've got Stacy Cook, who's from the Chicago area. We've got Sherry Placo, who's also from the Chicago area, and Becky Hong, who is originally from Hawaii, which is my home state, but is now living in Japan. So she is tuning in, and we're so excited. So we've kind of got like the whole globe kind of spanned. And like I said, I'm in San Diego myself. So let me just tell you, do a quick introduction on oils. If you have not tried them yet, they are amazing. Sherry was doing some posting in our event today, but in case you missed it, let me just tell you real quick. The oils that we're talking about tonight, and I know we'll go into more detail, is from this starter kit. So those little samples that we gave you, we sent that to you on purpose because those are the oils from this kit. And let me just tell you, there are a lot of oils out there, and it can be really overwhelming to figure out which ones to kind of get started with. So it's kind of like this. When you first moved out onto your own, right? You didn't buy like the whole spice rack because you didn't know how to use all those spices, right? I got saffron recently and I'm like, I don't know what to use this for. So I need to do research, just tangent. But it's just one of those things where, you know, the kit is sort of like your best place to get started, right? Like your lemon, your peppermint, your lavender. So we're going to be going through each of those uses tonight. but there is a reason why it was all packaged together, because they're so versatile, and this is like the best way to get started with your oil. So I'll just sort of show you real quick what it kind of looks like inside, and my co-hosts are going to tell you their favorite uses for each of them. But look at how gorgeous this is, right? So there's 10 oils up here. And when you sort of open the kit itself, there's more oils inside. Let me show you. There's more oils in here. So there's 2 more oils in here, and we cannot wait to share all of them and all the goodies that are in there with you. But here's what it is in a nutshell, okay? So essential oils, what are they? Are they trendy, right? Because it seems like they're everywhere now. Well, let me just tell you, it seems like they're trendy, but cultures have been using essential oils for thousands and thousands of years. Like, there are many references in the Bible that talk about essential oils. Jesus, at the time of his birth, right? This is so timely with Easter just behind us. At the time of his birth, right? He was given frankincense and myrrh, as well as gold. And let me just tell you, as we start talking about the different oils, I'm going to be talking about frankincense in just a bit. There is a reason why frankincense was worth more than gold, because ladies, if you've ever bought like the eye creams, right, from Sephora or the department store, right, any of like the beauty care serums, let me just tell you, frankincense, you can make your own DIY serum with frankincense, some rosehip seed oil, a couple of drops of frankincense, and it will beat any eye serum, any facial lotion that you'll find in the department store, and it costs like dollars compared to hundreds of dollars. So this is why frankincense is worth more than gold. It is amazing. I can share the recipe in just a little bit. But you know, there are 3 sort of primary ways to use oils. So what you can do is you can use it topically, like I just mentioned. I had also just mentioned rosehip seed oil. That is a carrier oil. So when you're using essential oils topically, what you want to do is use it with like a carrier oil, which is a nutty or fatty oil, right? So it could be a coconut oil, an olive oil. I love rosehip seed for my face. Add essential oils to it, and it really drives the oils, the essential oils, into your skin. Here's a cool little fun fact. Essential oils are actually greaseless. You know, like if you get olive oil like on your clothes and it leaves a stain, essential oils are greaseless. It's not the same. So when you're using it, right, like you can use it on your clothes, like for cleaning and things like that. But that's the really cool thing to sort of learn about that. The other cool thing that you can do with essential oils is you can diffuse it. So we're going to show you a diffuser. Mine's over here. I should have grabbed it when I came over, but hopefully one of the other gals will show their diffuser. But basically what it does is it replaces your candles, your air fresheners, your plugins, like all of that. It replaces it, and it is amazing. I always keep a diffuser right next to my bed. There's one in the kitchen. Each of my boys have one in their room too. And we just sort of customize our scents. And we love to use the different scents that are in this kit. But if you didn't know this, this is really cool. Essential oils, when you smell them, it reaches the limbic system of your brain, which I know, all scientific. It basically is tied into your mood and your memories. So remember how I was saying I got into oils just for cleaning, right? Well, here's the cool thing is I also really found oils to be really, really balancing emotionally. Who needs help balancing their emotions? Ladies, can I get like an amen? Yes. So I love my oils for emotional use, and we're going to talk all about that tonight. But that's one of the things. So take some notes right now, okay? Diffusing oils are great for emotional support, whether that's you, whether that's your spouse, whether that's your kids or your grandkids. They're amazing for that. And then the third way to use oils is for dietary purposes. So what that means is you can add lemon oil, for instance, to your water, or you can use it for cooking. So really fantastic. And I don't want to go into too much detail because my co-hosts are going to talk a lot more about how to use the different oils that are in the kit. But just know that the kit is amazing and that these oils are fantastic, and that, you know, you deserve to feel better. You deserve to have your emotions get balanced, right? I didn't know that I needed it until I got it. Then I was like, oh, that's what it's like to not feel so stressed out and frazzled. But you deserve, right, to feel better. And your family deserves to feel better too. Like I can tell you so many different uses for oils for our family that we use throughout the seasons, right? fall season, winter season, during the summertime, like all throughout the year. So again, if you've got questions, make sure you type it into the chat box. But I'm going to turn it over to our co-host. Who's going after me? I think is it Ash? No, it's not. Is it Stacy? So I'm going to turn it over to our co-host to share with you her 3 favorite oils. And it's Sherry. Thank you, Stacy. And why she loves essential oils.
Hi. Thank you for letting me be a part of this today.
We can't hear you, Sherry. Is it just me?
Can you hear me now? Hello?
There you go.
Okay. So my name is Sherry Placco, and I live in the Chicagoland area. And I actually got to be a part of this amazing group of women that are also hosting this class tonight with me because of my friend Stacy Cook that you'll hear from in a bit. And I got started with essential oils for something similar to what Tracy talked about. I was diagnosed with an autoimmune, and it no warning, no family history, and I didn't even know what was happening to my body. They put me on a bunch of meds. I got worse, not better. And I said, there has to be something better. So I found information for a class just like this one that you're at tonight. And it has completely changed my life. I love to talk about how you can use essential oils, like Tracy was telling us about how you can support your emotions and just feel better, because we deserve that. So I'm going to talk about a few fun things today. The first one I want to talk about is called Citrus Fresh Vitality. Now, Tracy was talking about how some of them are for internal usage and some are for aromatic and topical, and I had done that post earlier today, and I want to share something with you. So this is a bottle of Citrus Fresh, and it's got a solid colored label. So this one, if you get your glasses out and read it, it says it's for aromatic and topical use. Now, all of our oils that have this white label are actual for for internal or dietary usage. But here's the trick. They're the same oil. We don't do anything more special to make this safe for internal usage. But if you read my post in the group, the event earlier today, this is for FDA labeling purposes. So follow the labels. This is meant to be taken internally. So why do I take it internally? Well, Citrus Fresh Vitality is great in your water. It can give you so much support. It is a blend of 5 different citrus oils and spearmint. Now, about those citrus oils, something you want to remember is citrus oils, especially lemon, are very cleansing. We know we like to clean with lemon. Well, it's also cleansing to our cells when we use it internally. So you want to be sure that you're using it in glass or stainless. You don't want to put it in a plastic water bottle. So I'm a big fan of the stainless and a stainless straw, but stay away from those plastic bottles if you're using any of your citrus oils internally. I also love to cook with this. So I make a nice fruit dip with some cream cheese and honey and some organic cream, and you mix that up with some Citrus Fresh Vitality. It's super yummy, delicious, as if your fruit needed anything better. And this is great for emotional support. I don't know about anyone else, but where I live in Chicago, we have a lot of non-sunny days. So I call this sunshine in a bottle. Just opening this bottle and smelling it makes me feel better. So this is one you definitely want to get your hands on and try. Now, the next one I want to talk about, this has become my obsession. This oil is called Valor. Now, I have been on here using Young Living for about 3.5 years. And right after I joined in 2015, this amazing oil went out of stock. And it went out of stock because when they had harvested the blue tansy and they distilled it and they tested it, it didn't meet standards. And so Gary Young said, well, we can't use it because we are all about the product doing what it's meant to do. It didn't meet standards. He said, I'm sorry, we cannot use this in our oil. So until we have the right constituents to put in this blend, we can't have it. It was out of stock for 18 months, people. 18 months. Now it's in your starter kit. It is amazing. So I have to look at my cheat sheet because there's so many amazing oils in here. So this has black spruce, blue tansy, which is that one I was just talking about, geranium, camphor wood, and frankincense. Now think about the word valor. What does that mean to you? It means bravery, right? This is my I need some bravery oil. Now, I'm a teacher. I teach 8-year-olds all day. I wear this every single day. I like to put it on my spine. Give me the courage to get through this day. It's just, the smell is intoxicating. So if all of you that have your mini kits, if you have not opened this up, open it up and smell it. It is just the best thing ever. Other ways to use this. You can use it on your wrists in the morning. Take a nice, strong smell of it. Give yourself that courage to get through the day. I like to diffuse it. My husband also has the privilege of waking up every day because I haven't injured him in his sleep overnight. We like to put this, he puts it on his big toe every night when he goes to bed because it helps him stop making these noises, that come out of his nose and mouth when he's sleeping. So if your spouse or you might snore a little bit, put it on your big toe when you go to bed. And I love it because they actually have Valor in a roller, or you can pop your own roller ball right onto it. So easy to use. And you're going to this is probably the oil I'm using most out of my starter kit now. And I think it's because I was denied having it for so long. So take advantage of this oil. And then the last one that I want to share is called Stress Away. Who doesn't need less stress in their life? Come on, seriously, right? We all live in a crazy, hectic world. I call this a margarita in a bottle. So everyone smells something a little different when they open up this bottle. But to me, I smell the lime. So that makes me think of like a margarita. And who isn't happy when they have a margarita? I don't know, just saying. And back to my day job of teaching those 8-year-olds. I keep my personal one with a roller ball right on the top. This is my perfume. I wear it all day. I pull it out throughout the day. I put it on my wrists. Oh, okay, I can get through the next hour of my day. Because, those 8-year-olds, when you have 90 of them throughout your day coming up to you and tugging on you and asking you questions, you need to be as calm as you can be. Now, this, thank you, Casey. This is really awesome because you can diffuse it. You can wear it topically as a perfume. I actually like to do foot soaks with this in the evening. I feel like it really helps me just kind of detox and relax. Now, because of my autoimmune, I don't like to take hot baths. It's not good for my issues, but I do a foot soak 3 or 4 times a week. I like to get a cup of Epsom salts because we all need that benefit of the magnesium. So get 8 ounces of an Epsom salt. Put 3 or 4 drops of whatever essential oil you love and mix it up. Put that whole 8 ounces into your foot bath and just soak. You are going to you'll feel it just coming all the way up from your feet through your body, and you are going to get the benefits of those essential oils. So those are my top 3 favorites that I wanted to share with you today. And I don't remember who is next, Tracy. Would you like to let us know who's next? I think it might be Stacy.
No, I'm next.
It's Becky.
Oh, Becky. Hi, Becky.
Hi. Okay. Thanks, Sherry. I love your just soaking away everything with the stress away. That's so relaxing, and I think everybody here agrees that that's what they want. So like Tracy said, I am originally from Hawaii. I've been living in Japan, and I recently just flew back to Hawaii 2 days ago. And like Sherry was saying, I was all about the stress away for that flight. Not because I had a bunch of 8-year-olds, but because I had my own almost 3-year-old and on the flight and just trying to relax and just enjoy this overnight 9-hour flight. Anybody else think that they could use some stress away for that? Trust me, you never want to be without this. I travel with it everywhere. One of the other oils that I love to travel with everywhere is peppermint. So if you have your mini kit with you right now, go ahead and crack it open and take a nice big whiff, because it's going to help you stay like super alert and ready for everything. And it just smells fantastic. So I have a car diffuser from Young Living in my car, and I love to add a few drops of peppermint onto it because it smells so good. Also, I really love it because the roads where I am, They're kind of windy. There's a lot of mountain roads, and peppermint just kind of calms down kind of my body's reaction to all those mountain roads, and it helps me stay focused and alert and awake. So peppermint is one of my best friends when commuting and driving all sorts of places. So I can't go wrong with peppermint. This was also my best friend when I was pregnant. During my first trimester, sometimes I woke up and I was like, how am I going to do this today? Anybody who's been pregnant, maybe you know what I'm talking about. So I would take a nice big whiff of this. Well, let's be honest, I would take like 3 or 4 big whiffs of this and just, I can deal with this now. I can get through this. I can get in the car. I can get going. And then also in my 3rd trimester, there were a lot of different things going on. This was also one of my best friends. I used the Vitality. I put a little drop on the back of my tongue. Things were better. And peppermint has so many uses. If I kept talking about them, we would just be going on and on and on. But I think that's why a lot of people call it the duct tape of oils. So while people will say that lavender is the Swiss Army knife of oils, and you'll hear more about that later from, I think, Ashley, peppermint is definitely the duct tape of oils. It can fix any problem. It can get you through whatever situation you're going through to the finish line, and you don't want to be without this one. The other one I really like, which is also kind of minty, is Panaway. And this is for some different reasons. So Panaway, let me just explain to you. I used to like run around a lot. I used to do a lot of outdoor activities, and I had my baby and I don't get out as much anymore. And so now when I do like go out and climb a lot or do something, I am sore the next day. Oh my God, like I can feel it. Like my muscles need some soothing. Anybody else know what I mean? And so I will just take like a drop or 2, rub it on my calves or like rub it on my bicep. My baby is like 30 something pounds. So when he's just insisting on being carried down a mountain, I am sore the next day. So I will use this and everything in the world is better again. And yes, he's almost 3 and he's massive, and just for whatever reason, he wants me to carry him, not daddy. So ladies and gentlemen, if there's any in here, you need your Panaway. But if you have a family member or friend who has been kind of like, I don't think oils work, I don't know about them, let me tell you, this was my dad's gateway oil. My dad was fussing that his elbow was bugging him. My dad plays a lot of golf, and I guess he played too much that week. And so my mom finally was like, just put this on your oil or on your elbow. And he said no. So then she just went and put it on him, right? Sometimes we have to do things for them. And like 5 minutes later, he was like, that feels much better. So sometimes you need to force them to it, but eventually they come around. And like Sherry was saying with her foot soak, this one is excellent in an Epsom salt bath. Like if your whole body, if you did like a Spartan race and you're like, I've never done a Spartan race and I don't plan to, but sometimes I feel like I have just gone through a Spartan race. So if you have done a Spartan race or feel like you've done one, throw a few drops of this in like a handful of Epsom salt, throw it in your bath and soak all those pains away. Same thing, like my cousin came to visit me and I took her like everywhere and her feet were just killing her. So I made her a quick little foot soak with this and she felt so much better. It was like it was a game changer for her. So I'm telling you, if you have non-believers, sometimes you just need to force them to it. But let's say you can bring a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. Sometimes you have to force them to drink. Just shove their head into that water, shove their feet into that foot bath, and they will see the light. So that is my love of Panaway. And the last one I'm going to talk to you about is another blend, and this is called Raven. So if there's anybody in here who's maybe a little stuffy or all the seasons are changing, I know in Japan the pollen count was like going crazy when I left. And so I went to yoga class and one woman just had, you know how everybody wears the mask in Japan? She had tissues stuffed up into her nose and was using the mask to hold it onto her face so that when we were in downward dog, her nose snot wasn't dripping onto her yoga mat. I'm sorry I didn't take a picture for you. I'm sure you all wanted to see this, but you can picture it, I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'll do my own demo later just for you guys. But Raven is a blend, and it is fantastic. So anybody who has had any of those little snuffly issues lately, go ahead and take out your Raven and take a deep breath. If you're really stuffed up and you think nothing's getting in there, take 3 or 4 deep breaths to really help get into those sinuses. But Raven is a great blend. And if you don't know this on the blends, and not on your mini kit, but if you have the actual bottles, it'll tell you the ingredients that are in the blends. So Raven is a blend of camphor, lemon, wintergreen, peppermint, and eucalyptus radiata. So if you notice, kind of a big trend here. I've got peppermint, I've got wintergreen and peppermint in here. You know, this stuff is good. And so Raven is great whenever you have those seasonal snuffles. You can diffuse it. Another quick trick is if you're dealing with those seasonal snuffles and maybe you're out of Raven, you can add lemon, lavender, and peppermint into your diffuser, or just mix it up with some carrier oil and rub it on right here if you need to, you know. We will all get through these seasonal changes together, all right? We all have our oils. We can get through this together. The other thing I really like with this is I'll do a DIY chest rub, especially for my baby. He gets kind of snuffly. He's in daycare. Like I said, we were just on the airplane, and so he gets pretty snuffly. So I'll just take some of this, put it in some coconut oil, just rub it on his chest. That's it. He's good to go. It takes, if I'm like making a whole jar, it takes me maybe 2 minutes to make it. I don't have to get in the car and drive down to Long's or drive down to Walgreens or Target to pick up something. It's in my house. I know what the ingredients are. I know it's good. I love it. But speaking of running out, if you do, excuse me, when you do get your kit, you are going to run out of some oils faster than others. Like I think I ran out of lavender with my first kit within 10 days of getting it. No, I'm serious. Like, and you know, after that, peppermint was gone pretty quickly, and trying to think what else. I think my lemon went pretty quickly. And so the best way to order more is to just put it on Essential Rewards. So when you get your kit, even just ordering those 3 oils is going to put you around that 50 PV minimum. And so what's really great is it gets sent straight to your door. Like I said, I don't like to go out to Long's. I don't like to go out to Target. I hate trying to find parking. I hate dealing with it. So I love that all this stuff is getting sent straight to my door. And above that, I get a whole bunch of free points. So when I first joined Essential Rewards, I was earning back 10%. And then after 3 months, you will be earning back 20%. And then at 2 years, you're going to be earning 25% back. So I earn it 25% back. So my points like add up so quickly because I order everything for our house through Essential Rewards. I use all my oils, you know, that I'm always running out of. But I also order like our toothpaste and all sorts of other great stuff, supplements, skincare. And it just gets sent to my door and I get all these great points. And so, you know, I really can't go wrong with it. And on top of that, I get so many freebies. Like I would never have tried some great oils like Aromasize if I had never been on Essential Rewards. I've tried some great supplements that I got for free. And you also get loyalty gifts just for being in the program. You get gifts back at 3, 6, 9, and 12 months. And then every 12 months after that, you get more of the loyalty blend. So you are going to run out of peppermint. You are going to run out of Raven. You are going to run out of Panaway. And I hope you're paying attention because you're obviously going to run out of Stress Away because you're going to need that. Anybody that has a face and loves their face, you're going to run out of frankincense. Like, I'm not going to give away everybody else's what they're going to talk about. So let them. But you're going to run out of these oils. And so the best way to restock is going to be through Essential Rewards. And it's super easy to sign up with. And they even have ways to get the shipping for free. So ask us more about that. And you're going to love it. All right, so Stacy is going to be telling us more about these great oils, and you're really lucky because she is a super expert. Like, we've only met in person once, and I have learned so much from watching her on Facebook and online, and even in our like brief like flyby meeting at convention last year. So Stacy, go ahead.
Thank you, Becky. I love that peppermint is like duct tape. I think that is totally the truth. And I've never heard anyone describe it that way before, but I love it. I'm Stacy Cook, and I started using oils just about almost 5 years ago now. And for me, I started with just wanting to make some DIY skincare products. I was at a point where I was starting to actually read labels about what I was putting on my body. For a while, I had been pretty cognizant of the things I was putting in my body, but didn't think about the impacts of what I put on my body and realized there's a lot of garbage allowed in our personal care products. So I just wanted to make, you know, lotions and potions and facial serums. And so I did my research, I found Young Living, I got my kit of oils, and I started making all sorts of DIY serums and loved how they made my skin feel, and then quickly realized you can do a ton more with these oils than just make your skin look amazing, which you absolutely can do, but you can do more than that too. So some of the oils that I want to share with you tonight include lemon. So lemon is one of my favorite starter kit oils. Becky mentioned to you Essential Rewards. Lemon is on my Essential Rewards order every month. And not just this little bottle, but like a big bottle. Because, yes, a big bottle. Because we use it for a lot of things. Now, the oil that comes in your starter kit, and if you have a sample of lemon, go ahead and open it up and give it a whiff, because citrus oils are happy oils. They make us happy. So I love diffusing lemon. Now, the lemon in your starter kit is a Vitality, so you can absolutely ingest it. And one of my favorite things to do is put it in my water. Like Sherry mentioned earlier, you definitely want to use glass or stainless steel when you put it in your water. You do not want to put lemon into a plastic water bottle, because it is so detoxifying. It will detoxify its way straight through that plastic. You don't want that. But what it's good for is it really helps support our body's natural detox pathways. It's great for our lymphatic system, and it's really good for keeping our cells clean. So a drop of lemon in your water in the morning, it's fantastic. And it's a nice alternative to lemon juice, because lemon juice has that acid in it, and that can be a little upsetting to tummies early in the morning. But lemon essential oil is cold pressed from the rind of the lemon, so it doesn't have that acidity, which makes it really nice. Now, one other thing to keep in mind with all the citrus oils, now, like I said, this is the Vitality labeled for ingesting, but lemon obviously comes also labeled for aromatic and topical use. It's amazing in the diffuser, really bright, refreshing, pairs really nicely with that duct tape peppermint. But if you apply it topically, you're going to, one, want to dilute it with a carrier oil, and two, you're going to want to remember that citrus oils can be a little photosensitive. So you do not want to slap that all over skin that is going to be immediately exposed to the sun, because you could have a reaction. So you want to put it where the sun don't shine, or apply it at night. So that is some things I like about lemon. It's also great for making DIY cleaners and things like that. So lemon. Now, one of my other favorites is not necessarily everyone's favorite to smell. Just gonna be honest with you. It's DiGize. Now, if you have DiGize in your mini kit, go ahead, be bold, open that sucker up, smell it, take a deep whiff, and you'll know what I mean. Now, I like it now because I know what it does for me, and I feel like once you know what an oil does for you, even if you didn't love the smell at first, you kind of come around to it. But DiGize is a blend. It has ginger and fennel and peppermint and a bunch of other things in it. Oh gosh, I need glasses to read all of them. But it's great for your digestive system. That is what it's all about, is your digestive system. Now, when I got my starter kit, DiGize was not included in it. So when they added DiGize to the starter kit, I was like, whoa, what's this oil? I've never used it. Young Living thinks everyone needs to have it. I better try it out. So I ordered myself a bottle of DiGize. I opened it up, I smelled it, and I was like, I do not like that, and I'm probably not going to use that. Then I put it down and walked away. And then I was on vacation shortly after that in Portland, Oregon, where they have this famous donut shop called Voodoo Donuts. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of it, but if you find yourself in Portland, Oregon, and you want to indulge in donuts, go there. It's one of those places where you have to stand in line to wait to get your donuts. And so we did that. We were going to get donuts. Now, typically, I don't eat a lot of sugar, and I don't eat a lot of gluten, but we were, when in Rome type of thing. So we got our donuts, and we didn't go small. We went big. We got 4 gigantic donuts. And then we went and sat on a park bench and ate all the donuts. Like, overindulgence in donuts. I'm sure people saw us and were like, what's wrong with those people? Haven't they eaten? And funny thing, we had just eaten a huge dinner. So we were very well stuffed. And I felt super ill. and was not happy after we ate all those donuts. So we went back to the hotel. I had my little travel bag. I had my Digise with me. And what I did was I made a capsule. I made a Digise capsule. So I took my Digise and I put it in an empty veggie cap. I don't know if you guys can see these, but they're like little, capsules. So I put a few drops of my Digise right in there and took the capsule and had relief very, very quickly. I lost that feeling of being bloated and overly stuffed and like, I'm not sure what direction everything's going to go in, to just feeling like, oh, one day I'll eat again and it's going to be great. So any, digestive challenges, Digise is your friend. You can also use it topically. So you could dilute it with a little bit of carrier oil and rub it on your tummy and get some relief and good tummy vibes that way. So that is Digise. Oh, and if you're really bold and you don't have a capsule, you can just drop it right on your tongue. I don't have good aim, so I don't know how people just drop oil straight into their mouth. So I'm a little, I don't know how to describe it. I just put it on the back of my hand and lick it off my hand. So make sure you wash your hands first. But. All right, so that's Digise and lemon. Now, peace and calming. So if you smelled your Digise and you didn't love your Digise, go ahead and open up your sample of peace and calming, because this stuff is amazing. I mean, it's absolutely heavenly to me. This blend, I love it. It's got tangerine and orange and ylang ylang and patchouli and blue tansy, and it smells citrusy, a little floral. It's a really beautiful combination, and it's designed to do what it sounds like, peace and calming. It is designed to bring peace and calming to your life, and it does just that. When I was a new mom, and I used peace and calming a ton for my own emotional support because I needed a lot of peace and calming. I tried using it with my son, and I found that it seemed to not provide peace and calming for him, which is very unusual. But it reminded me that every body is different, and sometimes we have to try different oils for different people. So peace and calming wasn't his oil, but it was certainly my oil. Now, interestingly, within the last few months, I've started using peace and calming with my son. And now this is years later, and it is like the secret sauce now. Like it's in his diffuser right now, and he is fast asleep. So bodies change. And if you find that an oil isn't an oil for you for something at some point, I highly recommend revisiting it at some point, because now this one is also on my ER every month. And this one is limited. I think there's a limited number of bottles you can get per month. So it's good to have on your ER so that you don't run out of it. Because this is also an oil that was one of those that Sherry talked about, like Valor, that is super popular, went out of stock for a very long time. The world freaked out. And Young Living was like, oh my gosh, these people are going crazy. We have to create peace and calming too. Just calm them down. So they created peace and calming too for us. That was a temporary situation. We've now got our peace and calming back. All is well in the world, but highly recommend keeping this one in stock. So those are, I just have to smell it again. Like I can't hold an oil in my hand and not smell it. Anyway, those are some of my favorites. And next we've got Ashley, who is going to share a couple more, some of the best oils around with us. Yeah. And listen up, because Ashley has great information. I love listening to her, and I always learn from her.
Geez, no pressure, girl. So I'm actually going to apply one of my favorite Savvy Minerals lipsticks as I start, because I don't know if you guys realized, but we're telling you about the basics. It's going to be your first monthly wellness box with our company. And from there on out, you actually are going to get to expand as a member of our community. You're going to get to every single month go through and pick out your favorite products to start with that month, your makeover for your bathroom or your bedroom or your makeup, and expand from there. So again, this is your basics. So I just was kind of showing you, like I literally was just playing around, pulling stuff out of my purse. I pulled out sunscreen. I pulled out a couple roll-ons. I pulled out a Thieves spray. I pulled out a Posh lipstick from Savvy Minerals. And it just makes me so happy, because the transformation started right here where you are. It started with me being introduced by my enroller, Tracy, who you've met tonight. And it was very simple. she said to me, this is the way to get started. It's the most basic way. It's the way you get to fully experience the oils. You can use them in your diffuser that comes with the starter kit. You can use them topically. You can use them internally. And I was all in. And from there on out, it's just become a complete lifestyle. I mean, guys, like, it's embarrassing. Maybe I should stop pulling stuff out of my purse, but there's like more lipsticks, more roll-ons. Like, I don't even know what's in here. A diffuser necklace with some things, like, well, who knows? But the whole point is, these last two oils that we want to introduce you to are actually what I would say are the oils that you've probably heard of before. I guarantee, and if someone's gonna be like, no, I guarantee all of you either have them in your mini kit or you know what they smell like because of their reputation. So the first one, and I have my big bottle here because I kind of wanted to show you, and I apologize, my voice, it's so special. I've just been talking a lot, screaming a lot. I tried to use peppermint in my throat, and I tried to use thieves spray in my throat. You know, it needs a little help. So the first one is what we would say is the Swiss Army knife of oils. It's not duct tape, as Becky talked about peppermint, but it's a Swiss Army knife, which is probably better than duct tape because, you know, you can travel with it. You don't have to keep buying more more duct tape. It just stays with you forever. Totally kidding. You will run out of this one. But lavender, the reason I love it so much is it's one for me that I didn't have to really learn about it. I just heard that it was good for skin. I heard it was good for occasional first aid usage. And I heard it was good for sleep and relaxation. So that is like a wide umbrella of all the things to use it for. And I'm going to tell you a fun story about this. I had an amazing experience with lavender and cast iron in my kitchen. So there was cast iron, there was a 2-year-old, and there was lavender. So the cast iron, I had cooked in it. My 2-year-old was cooking with me, and we got to use lavender because everything in life we get to do, I got to use lavender, and I got to experience its benefits on his skin immediately. So that was something for me that was a huge eye opener that I will never forget. And I also will never forget using it. Before I did Young Living full time. And by the way, I've had a couple people message me and they're like, hey, you gals do this as a business. What's that about? So for me, what it's about is creating community, sharing with people the things that I love and helping them create a freedom lifestyle. My first experience doing that was with lavender. And what I mean by that is I was at a track meet. I was a high school track coach, teacher before I did this full time, and my husband retired as well. It's like completely our, not just income, but our lifestyle. And I would use it on the back of the calves of my runners before they would do 400s and 800s. It relaxes smooth muscle. And it also is really clearing to your mind. And it has a lot of emotional benefits because if you didn't realize, our limbic region of our brain, our seat of emotions, is actually connected to our olfactory system. So when I would put it on the back of their calves, one runner in particular, Duncan Wingfield, I coached him for 7 years. I would put it on the back of his calves to kind of relax his calves. But when he would smell it, it would signal to him like, it's okay. I don't have to be nervous. I can go out there and crush this. And it also signaled to him, you ready for this? His association was with winning because we used it in practice and he ran a, sub 3 minute 800. He would run a sub 3 minute 800 in the beach. So really, really, really neat oil for that. Super adaptogenic. If you love science, you can look all about that because this is an oil that is great at adapting to different situations. I have it diffusing tonight, actually with peace and calming and cedarwood, which is like one that you'll add onto your first Essential Rewards order, which will be your second monthly wellness box. We'll make sure that we get you hooked up. The person that has you added to this class, they will not neglect to help you jump on Essential Rewards and earn free products back, and also help you share things you love with your friends because it's totally just the way we do it. We get the kit, we get on our monthly wellness box, experience the lifestyle, and then we share with friends because you know what? Friends don't let friends use toxins in their homes. Friends don't let their friends, buy random crap at Target that's probably going to clog their cells and eventually cause them to be sick later on. I'm just saying, let's all keep it real. We're on a Zoom. We're face to face tonight. We want to make sure we're empowering others to do the same thing we've done. And lavender is probably the one you're going to use the most. This breathing thing, y'all, Virginia breathing is like a problem. Like it honestly is a problem, but you can breathe a little easier by lavender, peppermint, lemon, all three in the kit. My roll-on is inside of those three, but I like to use it actually on the back of my neck right here, on my chest. I sometimes use it up inside my nose. That's real nasty, I know, but still. And all three of those in the Vitality version, those clear veggie capsules that we just saw, I add those in and then I take it internally. Love, 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 love. All right. Thieves. How many of y'all have heard of thieves? Go ahead, comment in the chat if you're like, hey girl, hey, I heard of thieves. My girlfriend was spraying me with thieves. They'd be thieving all around. Like there's thieves up in town all the time. People go in the church nursery, thieves, classroom thieves. What is this thieves stuff about? Well, here we go, guys. There was a legend. It's actually oral history. If you Google 4 Thieves vinegar, you will come up and see that this amazing blend, this is not the Thieves oil. Thieves oil comes in a bottle like this. This is Thieves spray because we have a whole line of cleaners and hand purifiers and room sprays and all the things and dish soap and laundry detergent and everything, because Thieves was actually modeled after an oral history legend where there was a darkness that arose over the land, and there was death, and there was destruction. And people came in and robbed these people, took all their money, took all their possessions, and they themselves stayed healthy. And guess what? When they were apprehended, they said, okay, you know what? We'll give up the secrets because you said you would let us go for a lesser punishment. And they actually were spice traders. Like, that's insane. They were spice traders. They coated themselves with lemon and clove and eucalyptus and cinnamon bark and rosemary. It's amazing. And they stayed healthy. So guess what I coat my family with? I mean, seriously, thieves. Because guys, if we look at history, history always repeats itself. And you know what? A lot of times results never lie, even though people sometimes do. And those results didn't lie then, they don't lie now. And I love to have it diffusing constantly in my house when we have guests over. I love to have it diluted with a coconut oil and a roll-on down my kids' spines, down their feet. Their teachers diffuse it in their classrooms. I spray them down with Thieves. I use Thieves hand soap, all of it, because I want to make sure that I am living my best life, my most vibrant, healthy lifestyle. And you know what, guys? My kids know it keeps them healthy. It's amazing. You need Thieves in your life. You need it daily. When you use oils on the bottom of your feet, there's large pores. You actually have the largest pores in your body on the bottom of your feet, and you also have Vitaflex points. So I like to apply it smack in the middle of the foot because I'll know all the Vitaflex points because I don't want to be an expert on that. I just go like this, Thieves. And then I'm like, you will be well. I'm kidding. I don't really declare it over them, but I put it over them, and then I just make sure we're consistent. So guys, those are 2 of my favorite gateway oils, and they come as part of these amazing 12 oils that are in your premium starter kit. I'm so sorry if some of you guys are not ready for the hype that I bring. I get real excited. I know I sound real nasally, but here's the deal. The person who invited you to this class, like, they love you. Like, they aren't trying to get something from you. They want something for you because they cared enough. They care enough about you to not just click copy paste and here's a link. They sent you some stuff in the mail. They drove it to your house. They ordered those little crazy bottles that no one likes filling. Like, they ordered those for you and they filled them for you because they love and care so deeply about your health and wellness. So quite honestly, for me, I just want to go ahead and say thank you to every single person that invited a friend tonight. Every single person on here that you were invited tonight. We are so excited that you're stepping into being the gatekeeper of your home, to ditching the toxins, to stepping into wellness, to stepping into a lifestyle that you never imagined, that you truly are taking your role seriously, that you're believing that you can make a difference. You're believing that generational change starts with you. You're believing that cellular health can be different because of you. You're believing that dis-ease and disease are no longer part of your lifestyle because you're taking charge. So I want to tell you right now, the first thing that you can do that is your easiest, like, let's get this thing going on, is you just are going to go ahead and the person who invited you tonight is going to message you, or you message them if they're a little slow to do it right now, but they're going to message you their link to get the premium starter kit. So when you go through and do that, you're going to become a wholesale member. You get 24% off all of our products forever. There's not a catch to that. It's not a fee associated. It's $160 for $340 worth of oils. It's like Black Friday every day, all the days. And you're going to get that kit in your hands and you're going to unbox it. You can get back on Zoom with them as you unbox your full kit and you experience these oils and you smell the ones that maybe you haven't just yet. And you put them in that diffuser and you look and you're like, thank you so much for allowing me to take charge of my own health. It is the best investment you'll ever make. So that's the first step, guys. That's step one. Really, that's what I would say is the most basic way to start. The second way you can start, and the way I would say is kind of like our middle of the road. You're like, all right, I'm kind of living my best life. I'm going to go ahead and dip my toe into the next level. You're going to go ahead and get started with Essential Rewards and your Premium Starter Kit. What I would suggest that you add, because of the time of the year, everybody needs cleaner in their house. We have a cleaner, Thieves Household Cleaner, made with Thieves Essential Oil. It will clean your whole home for like less than $27 for 9 months is the average, and it's one bottle. I would also suggest that your skin needs protected. We have an SPF 50 sunscreen. Great way to start. I would also suggest toothpaste and laundry soap. Again, the person that invited you tonight, they will work out those details with you. So that's what I would say so that would be like our first way is good, our second way is better, and our best way to get started tonight for everybody on here is that what I want you to do is I want you to commit tonight to not just getting started for yourself, but for looking at the person who invited you and saying, yes, I want to do that too. I want to share with at least one friend, the beauty of this first box that I'm going to get. So I want you to say yes. This best level is you saying, I'm all in. I can't wait to get the kit. I'm all in. Let's get started on Essential Rewards, that monthly wellness products box that you can cancel at any time, guys. Anytime you want to cancel it, you can. You'll earn up to 25% back in free products later on. But I also want you to say, yes, I want to share. And we will help you share at whatever level you want. If it's with one friend or if it's with 1,000 people, and maybe you don't even know 999 of those yet. We want you to say yes tonight because it's all about community, growing together, encourage each other, and learning. So I want to say thank you. Thank you for your commitment to yourself, your health, generational change, and to your family right now that's in front of you. Thank you to all of you guys for being here tonight. I'm actually just going to kick it back to Tracy for her to make any final closing remarks. But I just want to literally have us rising up as a movement, for us to feel empowered that today could be a marked day on our calendars where something different occurred. Something different happened about the way we lived. And it's time to do it together, y'all.
Oh my goodness, that was so good. You guys, thank you so much for being with us for this last hour. I hope you learned a lot. Please go back and rewatch this video. It's just like the first time I learned about oils. It's like you forget the things that you heard or you really didn't hear it. Go back and rewatch it. There are so many nuggets of wisdom from these amazing ladies. They shared their hearts. They shared their life stories with you on how they use oils. Really, the change, like Ashley said, the change starts with you. You are the gatekeeper for your home. You can change the whole trajectory of your family's health and well-being. All of these ladies have done it. I've done it, right? It's like I can't even imagine what my life and what my family's life would be like at this point had it not been for oils. We've been using oils for 5 years. So your starting point is tonight, right? Your friend gave you that mini kit. You're smelling the oils. You're thinking, am I ready for this? I'm telling you, you deserve it. Imagine what life will be like going forward, feeling better, right? Emotionally balanced. Your kids feel better. You're healthier. This is the year. This is the time for you. So please round back with the person who referred you to this class. Tell them thank you. Tell them thank you for thinking of you. And thank you so much to my co-host for sharing everything tonight, but you guys deserve it. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. This was so much fun. We cannot wait to bring you into our community. If you like tonight, this is how it is with us all the time. We do things like this all the time where we share, our stories and we share our community. So we want you in with us. We want you to join us so you can keep learning. So thank you so much again. Thank you, my amazing, lovely, talented co-hosts. You guys are fantastic. Yes, like Ashley said, this is just the beginning for you. So we cannot wait to see you. Come on in. Bye, guys.